You know, I'll put it on the list.
And that Chewie is coming in loud and
Yeah,
clear
I'm doing it right now.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
doing it right now.
he's chawing away
as
on
he
that
loudly
bone.
chews on the bone right underneath my mic.
He's chewing on concrete, baby,
Baby.
baby.
Hold on. I'm gonna like, yeah.
Oh, I also need to
hold
let
on.
people know that I'm like streaming. I guess I should
Nah.
probably make a post or
It's a
something.
secret stream.
Yeah,
You guys are good. You
It's
guys
not
are
on
good.
the schedule. It is a secret stream.
Squirrel.
Secret squirrel stream. We're sounding good. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you guys are good. You know what's that secret squirrel? That's from when y'all were kids, from like the
Yeah,
60s.
it's from the olden days.
You know, I used to
Such
watch
a
it on
meanie. You're
I used
such
to
a
watch-
stinky meanie.
YouTube. Re-uploads of it on YouTube all the time. And I was like, this is really funny. Why don't they play this on TV? Probably because they did 20 years ago.
Probably because they did. Yeah. Exactly.
And they eventually had to stop playing it on TV.
Yup.
I don't know why I watched it. It's a show.
It is, in fact. Yep. It is, in fact.
Yeah. So how? Okay, you're live.
I am live, so
Okay.
don't say the gamer word right now.
Swamp donkey.
No,
game.
we can go ahead and get into this. I'll say this can be where we start the VOD. Go ahead and spill the beans on your new favorite term.
Swamp donkey? I feel like I've heard that before.
You probably
Right?
have
Isn't it vaguely familiar and kind of like scary to hear?
off-putting.
Yeah.
Wait, first though, what are we joining?
I haven't started it yet.
Okay.
I will let
It's
you
a
know.
song. It's a song by the band Swamp Donkey. I know that.
Well, I don't know about that, but I was talking to some people at work today, and apparently there was like a boxer or like a minor league wrestler or whatever that their name was like,
Minor league wrestler. He was waiting to get brought up to the big leagues.
you know, really get his head bashed in. But
Yeah.
it was like whatever his first name was, Swamp Donkey last name. And so a friend of mine apparently shot videos for him or something, and we were talking about it, and I was like, Swamp Donkey, that's a great term. Like, it really rolls off the tongue. I'm gonna have to use that now for people as far as a nickname goes or whatever. And he was like, hold on, let's look up what that actually means first before you start throwing it around.
It
So
started slinging Swamp Donkey.
exactly. So we looked it up, and apparently it's a quite derogatory term directed
All right, the
towards a
game
woman.
is hosted.
And
Okay.
essentially, the short version is it means like cum dumpster, basically. But I was like, I really like how it sounds. I'm going to use it on people and see if they know what it means or not.
I told my cousin he had a face for radio earlier.
Nice, that's a classic.
It's a
Yeah,
classic.
he's little. He's like in the 4th grade. He doesn't know what it means.
What's a radio?
Well, don't tell him about
Is that
swamp
like-
donkeys.
Is radio? Is that
I
like
have the mayor's
Spotify?
shorts. Are we supposed to do something with that?
What?
I have the mayor's shorts.
Oh yeah, we were gonna cyberbully him or something,
Yeah.
but I don't think we ever did.
Uh-uh.
Oh wait, let me do
Connection
something.
failed. What? There we go.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. I can handle it. Well, I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm not really bringing
Purple
it.
shorts.
I gotta fix this thing real quick. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Streamlabs
thing.
is having a big think right now.
Is it chugging? Because it's not letting me connect to your game.
I'm in.
Well, yeah. It's got to run 2 feet behind you.
I mean, doesn't mean it always does, though.
Mine's got to bounce off the atmosphere.
Let's see.
Like it
Why
do.
does it not let me connect?
Are you going to the right
Oh,
thing?
there we go. I'm good. I'm good. Yes, I'm going to the right thing.
You never know.
I know. I know.
Big Brother knows. Swamp
I
Donkey
said something
knows.
about that to somebody, and they didn't know what I was talking about. I said Big Brother's always watching, and they didn't know what I was talking about.
That's because they're so used to the surveillance, their minds have been...
Ooh.
Accustomed
Well, I was
to
talking
it.
about the show Big Brother,
Oh.
that too.
which is like I'm sure that's what it's, like the name's based
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
What does Demetrius want?
I got
Farm
a farm
computer.
computer.
stuff. I got that too.
I got a recipe for a farm computer. I don't even know what that is.
It's a computer for your farm.
Oh my god. Wow! Dwarf gadget, battery pack, refined quartz, scans the farmer, displays useful information.
Like what?
don't
What
know.
kind
So
of
it,
useful?
it does
what are we doing in
nothing,
the farm?
basically.
What was I doing today?
Right?
Farming.
Did anybody write down?
I took no notes. Sorry.
I have to take notes for my Pokemon streams.
I bet that, yeah. Since you're reading it, is it in Japanese or Korean? I forget.
It's in Japanese.
Japanese.
Wait, what are you doing?
Somebody asked me just to change the language. I'm playing Pokemon Sapphire in Japanese. Just as a fun little challenge.
Do you know? You don't like know how to read? Okay.
I don't know anything.
That's why I was checking.
It is like it's like having a toddler play Pokemon. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything about it.
Pokemon or Japanese or both?
Both. I know a lot about Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon since before it came out.
Impressive.
And my notes are just junk like got bodied at the fighting gym. Have to go back. And then
Bodied?
that's it. Got bodied.
Okay. That sounds very special.
They put me straight through the ringer.
What jerks?
I don't know. I picked out some pumpkins and corn and stuff from Dordle's farm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I put him in his chest outside of his house, and I'm gonna move on with my life. What was that crop research? He wants a melon. Pam is thirsty. To the bottom. Marnie's request. Cave carrot. Oh, I have that right now. I'm gonna go to Marnie's. Before my day gets away from me, let me complete one fucking thing.
But seriously, what were we doing with the purple shorts? Cause
You can give them back to him.
okay. But isn't there something else you can do with them too? Like something mean?
In that festival, you can put them on the rack.
Yeah, if you save them until spring or something.
Okay,
like that.
we should wait for that then, right? Because
I
that sounds
guess.
like more fun.
That would be this time next year.
We might
we get
never
past
get
it.
there. We might never get there. I'm gonna hold on to it for
Okay.
Bok choy.
Bless you.
I've never had bok choy
Oh my
before.
God.
Is it good?
What a grumbly.
It kind of tastes like. Hold on, let me deal with the dog. Come here, Chica.
What does
He's
it
not.
taste like?
He's not currently in somebody's lap, so he's having
here,
a
baby.
shit fit. Bok choy is just. It's just kind of like lettuce.
I have a hard time believing that.
I was gonna say it's kind of like cabbage, except that
Yeah,
it
maybe a little
takes
bit.
on more the flavor of whatever you cook it with, basically.
And I can throw down some cabbage.
It's not bad. It's just the texture is a little bit more, I don't know, hearty, I guess.
Yeah.
I can get crazy with it with some cabbage.
Get
Get
crazy.
jiggy with it.
Yeah.
No.
You can catch me acting a fool.
Acted a fool with some cabbage.
I have no idea what
What
I was
about
trying to
that?
do.
What about that salad I put in the chat where it was chopped up Brussels sprouts and that salad sucked. It was the worst
Was it
thing I've ever
anything
eaten.
else other than chopped up Brussels sprouts?
Beets, carrots, and something else.
Huh.
It was bad. Oh my god, that thing was horrible.
What else did you put in it, like, for flavor?
I don't like salad dressing, so that was it.
It was just dry.
Whoa.
There was a tiny amount of salad dressing, but I don't really like salad dressing.
I
like it
crunchy.
The whole like big bowl of salad clocked in under 60 calories.
And it was
So
disgusting.
like,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh,
awful. It was
bit.
awful.
That sounds lovely. I really don't. Was I supposed to be doing something for either of y'all? Because I don't remember what I was doing here.
I don't remember either.
Oh, I gave her the cave carrot. Okay, that was
I
in
took
that
care of
cutscene.
my cows and chickens and whatnots.
I already used up all my personality earlier today.
I know how that feels. Oh, the other day I spent 5 hours in meetings, and I got home and I was so miserable and exhausted just from like talking that much and paying that much attention that I went to sleep at 8 o'clock. It was horrible.
That does sound horrible.
Oh. So I know what you mean.
In this Discord server I'm in, it's a running joke for me to play Mario Baseball. Mario Baseball is really hard, even though it's a kid's game. It's really hard, and they like to talk about how it's a kid's game and how I suck at it and how awful I am. So I'll play it, and it'll just blow chunks for half an hour. It'll be awful, and well, today I got a win. I won at
Nice.
it, and
You just
so
playing
I'm
the
like,
computer?
okay.
Yeah.
So I bumped it up a difficulty because the show must go on.
Right, right.
And then I did a team of all toads, and I was just getting clowned on for most of the game. It was like a 5-point lead on there. It was 5 runs. They were over on me. I get to the last inning and I'm getting home runs back to back. Or not home runs. I'm getting doubles
On base. Yeah, you're getting good hits.
And I'm getting really solid hits from a bunch of toads. And
and it's not derogatory. That's what they are.
It's actually what they are.
Bunch of swamp donkeys.
I managed to get 3 runs with the balls all in the field. So no home runs. There's 1 runner on base. And I'm tying right now. I could have won. I hit a home run, and when you do that, the game gives you a special animation. And we were screaming. We were all screaming. I got a home run. Yellow Toad got a home run after fumbling with the ball 8 times on all of my innings. And then, next thing you know, Hammer Bro is literally 200 feet in the air catching the ball.
Oh.
Bowser Jr. tossed him up in the air. That's some little stupid buddy move that I didn't know they could do. That ended the game because it was the bottom of the inning.
That blows.
I was pretty steamed about it.
I can imagine.
Then I played Mario Party.
And then you were like, "Fuck this shit." I'll play a game that's less frustrating, like Mario Party. One of my least favorite games of all time.
Dordle used to always say, "Hey, we should play Mario Party with Crash." I was like, "He's not going to."
I would play it on stream because it would be entertaining, but I would never, ever just play it with y'all.
I had to tell him you were a big titty baby about Mario Party.
I'm a big titty. No, Mario Party is basically like you try really hard for 4 hours, and at the end, God smiles upon one guy, and it's never me.
You're mad because you always lost.
That's discouraging.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should stop jacking off. I don't know.
Maybe you should be better.
One of my favorite things is God, please stop sending me your hardest battles, and it's just they're just like, it's not hard not to jerk off to pictures 5 times a day. It's not really the hardest battles.
Let's look, small baby steps. Let's cut it down to 4. Let's cut it down to 4 a day. Let's give that little Vienna sausage you have a break and keep it. Let that shade of purple reduce a little bit.
Dude, what about me telling you I was doing a line before the big show?
That was pretty dope. I wasn't going to discuss it, but now that you've brought it up yet again, yeah, I thought it was pretty fucking great.
It's always weird to me that people will just do coke,
Just in general,
as
just
opposed to not
the
doing
audacity of this bitch to
I'm
inhale
just
drugs.
Kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. I'm like, it's like smoking crack. It's weird to smoke crack.
No, crack is like, oh, you poor baby, you're having such hard times, and cocaine is like, wow, this guy's really made it in life. He's huffing
This
cocaine.
man's got too much money. But it's just it's like what that's doing to you. It's not a secret. We've tested what it does to people.
Well, it's the same as smoking. I mean, it's not good for you. People still do it.
It makes me feel good for 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Oh wait,
But,
so now we
ridiculous.
get to have this conversation. Mute, have you ever snorted? You don't have to answer this, but even if it wasn't like drugs, have you ever snorted anything?
A substance of sorts.
No.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah, me
No.
neither.
As I always tell people, I have not tarnished my ticket to heaven yet, and I don't intend on it.
Level 4.
Oh, let me just water this bat that's in front of me.
I've never put any drugs in my nose, but I have put other things in my nose on dares.
Shoving a battery up your nose and
No,
stuff like that.
How about Parmesan cheese? One time, that powder.
Oh, that's awful.
It was not great. No, but worse was, and this is a separate time. You'd think these would happen at the same time because of the toppings. But there was one time that me and my younger brother is like a blood pact almost. Both inhaled red chili flakes that you get in a packet with pizza.
So dumb.
It was bad news bears for 48 hours.
Was it fun?
It was, look, the reaction we got from the rest of the people, it was funny. We had a good laugh about it, but yeah, my nose was wide open to any idea that you could throw at it for about 48 hours.
That is miserable.
What time is it? 9:50. We're doing great. I'm catching purple bream down here like they're going out of style.
Okay.
Brim.
But I don't. It's like the idea of somebody carrying a golden spoon on their neck just for snorting coke. It's weird. You know, like they did in the 70s.
Right. That's
No,
a
I'm
whole
sorry.
thing.
Believe it or not, I know you really are pushing this
He thinks
narrative.
we're really
We were not
old.
alive then.
Yeah.
I wasn't either, and I still know what's hip.
Okay, well, I
know
definitely
what's
don't
hip.
know
That's
what's
funny.
hip because I don't know about this golden spoon that you only use.
I watched F is for Family. That's what they do.
Okay.
I watched what's that?
That's the
The
Raven.
Johnny Depp movie. What is it called?
The what movie?
The Johnny Depp movie.
Oh, Blow?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's a pretty depressing movie.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's all about essentially.
Isn't
cocaine.
it based on an actual guy's life?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
That
it's
sucks.
fucking depressing.
it is very depressing.
See,
Do we need to keep
you
any
guys,
of these fish for any
you
reason?
guys, what?
What now?
I guess I finished the fish bundles as far as.
You probably have.
Let me see.
Is the fish tank open? Or is it done?
Yeah, the fish tank is done, but I don't think we have anybody asking for these fish, so I'm just gonna sell them.
Whose fish are these?
I'm gonna keep the catfish though because that thing's hard to find, and every so often Willie will be like, "I want a catfish. I'll give you $1,000 for it." And I'm like, "All right, my man."
Speaking of sad movies, you guys weren't kids when the same time I was kid. I know I keep bringing this up. You guys weren't kids in the early 2000s.
No, we were not.
Creepypastas were like a really big thing. I don't know if Joe ever had any time with that. So there's still a lot of channels that are like, 23 depressing, horrible, make you feel bad movies. And it's like a list. And I watched one of them, and every time they went to a new one, my heart just got even more hollow. It was awful because they would give you a review of the movie and then a synopsis. Some of those movies, dude, I don't know how the people who made them are still alive.
There was one that I saw recently that was this guy went down a rabbit hole. It was like he kind of does this thing. Have you ever seen those like lists where they're like the iceberg of whatever?
Yeah, I saw the iceberg of Jesus, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch that. I think I already know what's going on.
No, it's like the iceberg of like here of some sort of topic, and it's like here's the stuff at the top that everybody knows about, and everybody thinks like, oh, they know so much once you get to like level 2 or 3, but then here's the real shit down here at the bottom at like level 8, level 9, and he's talking about like really just awful movies, and I was like, I've heard of a couple of these in the upper hand things, and then he gets down to like some of the, and they're basically like really just trash garbo movies that make you feel bad about living. And it got down to the end, and some of them were just like compilations of like car crashes and stuff. It's just like, God.
People
Hey, what's
like
up?
stuff like
What's
that.
up, DFS? How you doing?
That's horrific.
The worst movie on that list I saw was the first one they showed, and God, it just made me feel sad to be alive. It was a cartoon animated like a children's cartoon, and it was stylized to be like a demonstration as to trust the government during the Cold War
Oh god.
for like nuclear thermal warfare. Like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, and if you follow these steps, it'll all work out.
Jeez.
And it's about this older couple. They're probably in their 60s. All of their kids are, moved away, adults. They have their own families, and they're in the English countryside. And it's about how nuclear warfare hits, and they trust the government and wait for help to come, and they both become bedridden and starve in their house
That sounds like
because
an
help never
exciting
comes.
day.
What a
And I'm
fucking
just sitting there
family.
hollow.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there hollow while watching it. God, it was awful.
Well, I would hope you weren't full.
And there was one. There was one from the 90s that y'all might have heard of. I can't remember the name of it, but it's about these rabbits.
Oh, is it
And they're
Watership
all-
Down?
Yeah, it's Watership Down.
I've
That one was
never
brutal.
Yeah,
seen the movie,
that one is
and I've never
brutal.
read the book, but yeah. I know about it. It's pretty fucking brutal. That it's like,
All the-
look at it's, and here's the thing, it's not a kid's book, but
I mean,
then they
a
made a
kid
movie
would
about it,
watch it.
and they made it animated, and every parent in America was
Oh,
like,
it's like
look.
the animated Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It is
Oh, yeah.
terrifying.
Or like Rats of Nim.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
it's a lot worse. It's a lot more intense than
It's-
any of
it's-
those movies.
Like your animals get mutilated on screen,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna say that it's shouldn't be watched. If a kid wanted to watch it, I wouldn't stop them. It's valuable to show how brutal like nature is.
Brutal.
Man,
I
is
mean,
it not?
to a
It's
point,
hard.
though, right? Like,
Oh, I
just
didn't
shows,
water
like-
any of my shit yesterday. I just realized that. I watered Dortle's stuff and not mine.
It just shows
He's
like
not
a
even
rabbit.
here.
A rabbit leaves the hole, and then like all of them are like hiding in the grass, and one isn't. So he gets eaten by a bird.
You know,
And then
like
you have
do.
like rabbits like eating each other and stuff, which
Well,
is
it's
stuff they do.
I know,
Yeah,
but
you
it's
know?
also kind of Bambi-esque a little bit.
Yeah, that scene in Bambi where the quail are hiding and it's like, I gotta fly!
Yeah. So I wouldn't say it's like not a kids movie, but it's. I wouldn't show it to a kid being like, "Oh, cool rabbit movie."
Right, right.
But God, it's brutal. It's brutal. There were some other really weird ones. There was one where a guy, his whole like teenage life, just took psychedelic drugs, like like some teenagers do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he made he does not know how to make movies. He does not know anything about movies. He said, "I'm gonna learn how to 3D animate a movie of all my LCD nightmares."
Sure.
LSD.
They're in
I'm
high
sorry.
def.
But no,
Whoa,
it's
guys.
pretty brutal. There's like hyper realistic stuff. He'll like edit like faces onto models,
Yeah.
and like it looks real, and like there's patterns shifting in ways that you can't like, that only somebody on psychedelic drugs could imagine in the first place, like shifting in different ways. It's weird, and apparently he keeps making them, and they're all awful.
That
I don't know what
super
that dude
creepy.
does. Huh?
That sounds super creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to remember some of the other ones on there. There's one about these dogs in England that get sick, and they have to run from the government. It's
Sure.
like this. It's like this animal. It's like they break out from like an animal testing place.
Is it
Where-
Beethoven?
No, it's not Beethoven.
Oh, Beethoven.
Oh yeah, look at all these dicks out here in the field.
Nice. I'm trying to think about what they do. Like one of the dogs, they removed one of his parts of his brain just to make him have seizures every day, just so they could see how dogs have seizures.
Oh, it's horrible.
And then another dog was drowned over and over again every day just because they wanted to see if his lung capacity would increase.
Oh.
And like the movie ends with both of them having to swim out to sea to escape the British like military
Oh my god.
because they're going to put them down because they think that they're sick with a disease. And the ending scene of the movie has them swimming into the fog. The dog with seizures makes it to the fog, and then you can just slowly see the drowned dog not make it. He just sinks under. It's brutal.
That's
It is
horrible.
brutal.
A family feature.
Have you seen the Hobbit though, like the animated one from what, like the 70s? Is that when it came out?
I have seen clips of it. It
It is
looks ugly,
terrifying.
and it looks ugly and looks like it could be terrifying.
Well, it's disturbing
Very
as a kid.
easily.
I mean, not like now, but like as a kid, and I watched it, I was like, "This is horrific." You
Oh
know?
yeah, it's
I,
pretty.
I
It's,
heard it wasn't very good.
No, well, what's really cool about it is that the animation is really cool, but they rotoscope in like the ring wraiths, so they're like
Makes
real
it
life
super
people,
creepy.
and so it's and then
Oh.
it's a really cool effect, but yeah, it's really unsettling.
Really cool for adults who know how it works,
Yeah,
not for
exactly.
children who have nightmares every night.
I mean,
Exactly.
I guess.
I was scared of a lot of stuff as a kid. Like
But then I grew
junk
the
like that.
fuck up.
I'm not like Dordle, who was scared. What was that game he said he was scared of? Resident Evil. Had to go home early or something. Oh no, it was the scene from the Resident Evil movie where that guy gets gored.
Oh yeah.
That he couldn't handle it. He doesn't like body horror. Well, I don't like body horror either. You have to be a special kind of crazy to be like, I'm gonna make a body horror movie.
Yeah.
That's true.
Other than like the thing slaps.
Still haven't
That's a
seen
good
it,
movie.
but I've heard it's very good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like 18 versions of it, and then there's a prequel. So yeah, they're pretty good. And people have figured out because for like the longest time with the movie, it was like you don't know who's the thing. Like people have cracked it now. They have like logic as to discuss who's who. So it's pretty cool.
Mm.
I'm really trying to remember some of those other movies on there, but they were weird. Oh, sweet. Whatever that's called. Iridium.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But no, they were all sad. I'm not going to watch any of them. I think I might have seen one of them already. Or no, one of them was Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one is beautiful and soul crushing. I've heard it's the greatest movie you never want to watch a second time.
Yeah, when I was 13.
Is it a kids movie?
It's
Yeah,
Miyazaki.
yeah. Yeah, it's a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um, so when I was like 13, for my birthday, one of my friends who is an adult gave me a box set of all the Studio Ghibli movies to that point.
Yeah.
Because I think I think that the studio's not around anymore, and I think
I
they've
don't think
split
so.
up and done other stuff. So I've seen a good amount of them, and she told me she said do not watch Grave of the Fireflies. And
And
I
you
was
did anyway,
13.
didn't you?
No, I didn't. I heeded her warning. It's probably a good thing I didn't, because that movie would have messed me up
You have
being
since
that young.
seen it, but you didn't watch
I
it.
know I
then.
haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
I just watched that video. I watched that review of it. I know what happens now. I should probably go see it.
Might as well, right?
I mean, I got it on. The sucky thing about new computers is that they don't have DVD drives.
Yeah, buy one of
Yeah.
those external ones, or
Yeah, or one that already has it, like an office computer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Or and I don't know if I guess modern laptops don't have them. If you have a
No.
desktop, there's usually a bay that you can add one in, and they're pretty cheap. If you get one that can like play DVDs and Blu-rays and burn CDs for like $20.
But yeah, it's
mean,
unheard
my-
of for a modern laptop to have it, basically.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have. Well, yeah, because they made them 3 times as big, having that little thing
Yeah.
in there. I don't blame them. But mine doesn't have. Mine doesn't have the like pop out bays. Mine just has a flat cover.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's pretty. Like I can't put. Like if I really wanted to put like a floppy disk drive in it for hobby stuff, I couldn't. You know.
Floppy disk, yeah.
I mean, some people have that on their computers. It's
Yeah.
a waste of space, but they have it.
That's pretty
to
impressive.
I'm trying to quickly find that sad movie video so I can jog my memory on some of those sad movies.
So then there's of course the ones like I've seen. Oh gosh, what is it? My brain is saying Eternal Sunshine, but that's not what I'm talking about.
That one.
Is it?
Right, and it's the drug movie that like
Oh, Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's
Boy.
It's a very good. It's one of those ones that it's like soul crushing. I don't think it's as, at least for me, it didn't like. It wasn't like, oh my god, this is so intense and insane, and I could never watch it again. I've seen it a few times, but it is a pretty intense movie, and it is a big downer.
It's a very
But it'll make you never want to.
sobering movie.
It'll make you never want to try drugs
Yeah.
because it's people. It follows these 4 people that are
the
all
definition of
close
scared
friends
straight.
/ family, and they're different, very different addictions, and kind of how it slowly breaks them down and drains them, and what they have to do to like continue getting their fix and everything like that. It's a great movie.
The baby
Yeah.
scene is what got me. Oh, that was so gross.
Baby scene.
The baby. Like the baby crawling
do-
around.
Oh, and
I
like
don't
a
remember
dirty
this.
trash.
Hold on, I don't remember this. Are we talking about the same movie?
Yeah.
The baby scene.
There's a weird baby scene.
I don't remember that. It's been over a decade since I've seen it.
Unless I'm thinking about Train Spotting.
You're
which is
thinking of
also
Train
possible.
Spotting, dear.
That might be
I've
what
never
I'm
seen
thinking
Train
of.
Spotting, but I know and I've never seen the baby scene, but I know
Okay, yeah,
of
just
the
mix
baby
that up
scene.
in
You're
my
thinking
head.
of Train Spotting, which
Yeah.
is also a drug movie.
Well, and I watched it around the same time too.
Yeah.
so-
Okay. All right.
I'm
Sorry.
one
I
of the
was-
1% that Dare worked on. So,
Oh, Dare, yeah.
because Dare, they show up, they're like, "Hey, here's where you buy drugs. Don't do it."
You're like, cool, thanks.
So I didn't do that. I was like, I want to be a good noodle. I'm not going to do that.
Good
Good
noodle.
noodle. That's funny.
That just reminds me of that conversation that they had at the table in World's Biggest Man, where
World's
he
Lar-
said he wants to be a writer. No, it was
World's
an-
largest man, you mean?
World's Largest. No, it was actually the other one. It was the second one. Is Congratulations, Who Are You? Again,
Uh-huh.
where he's telling his parents that he wants to be a writer, like could write the next great American novel. And he's like, whoa, you could, if you got a good brain, you could become like a lawyer, even a shit-ass lawyer, makes a lot of money. You got a good noodle on you, son. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the mom is like, yes, honey, you got the best noodle or something like that. It's such a good book.
It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, both of those books are phenomenal.
They really are.
So I found the movie. I found the it's 12 controversial and disturbing animated movies.
There you go.
See, the one I was looking at was not specifically animated.
So Felidae, have y'all seen that?
I haven't heard of that.
It is a cat movie, or like where it's all about cats, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the cats is trying to investigate why a bunch of cats in the city get killed. They keep getting killed, and like they're getting like limbs ripped off and then being left to die.
Jesus.
Oh, that sounds
And like
lovely.
there's all these scenes of people dissecting them and pumping them full of drugs
That's
just to keep them
terrible.
alive. setting them on fire, and then they're like strapped to a table and they're just thrashing around.
Oh, I didn't realize that somebody taken this thing
That's
where we have to
horrific.
kill a bunch of bats. We'll help with that tomorrow.
Okay. It's all like testing, and then there's like a Egyptian religion side. I don't know. Yeah, but
Do
here's
we
plague
have-
dog.
Do we
What's
have
up?
the Sorry to interrupt, but I'm just thinking right now. Do we have the mine carts available? I forget. It's been a while since we played
Yes,
this
yes.
one. All right, somebody's
do.
gold bars are all ready.
You can pull them. I don't mind.
I'm on my way home real quick. I got to drop some stuff off, but they'll be there in the morning. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, there's one of these called Waltz with Bashir. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that.
Mm-mm.
It's a documentary that's all animated,
Huh.
and it's about this. It's some Middle Eastern war. I
Heck,
don't want to watch the video right now to figure out which one it is. But he was a vet in the war, and or he is a veteran from that war, and he realizes that he doesn't remember anything about it. So he gets a documentary crew together and he goes around with his old war buddies and they talk about it, and it's all animated. And you're thinking like, wow, this is so romanticized, and it's not.
Interesting.
It's like animated with people just straight dying.
Yeah.
And like streets filled up with dead people and piles. And I think the end of the movie he comes to terms with the fact that his brain is saving him the trauma
Yeah,
of remembering. So he just doesn't.
that makes
I've
sense.
never seen it. I've seen the three. Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen the second Matrix. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I saw the first one and the third one.
I haven't seen the second or the third.
But I've never seen the Animatrix, and I've heard it's very good. But it has a few pretty tough scenes to get through, and there are all these like shorts that are all animated by different people and written in different styles and everything like that. But I've heard that a couple of them get pretty hard. But speaking of like depressing war movies to get through, there's this movie that I really like, but man, it's tough to get through. It's a Korean movie.
I knew you were about to go there.
Oh yeah, here you go. We're gonna talk about. I think it's called like Taeguk Ji or something like
Yep.
that. And it's gonna be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. It is emotionally exhausting. First of all, it's a war movie, so it's it's gonna be like 3 fucking hours long.
Well, yeah.
Like you do.
But yeah, it is just emotionally exhausting. It's a great movie. Oh man. But yeah, it's
I don't like war movies very much.
that's fair.
I just don't. I have, I'm never like, hey, I want to watch them. Like some people like war. Some people really like the heroic like war movies, based on a true story. Some people really like the sad ones. I try not to watch a lot of sad movies, other than subjecting myself to that horrible video
Oops.
and being sad for the rest of the day and some of the next morning. So I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen a war movie. Is it just rough? It's just hard on you?
Yeah, it's not just like the fight. Like, first of all, it is a good movie. It is well acted. It's a good story. Everything like that. It's very well shot. It's not just gruesome for the sake of gruesome's sake, but it just doesn't let up with all of the depressing shit
All
that
of the
happens.
sadness. Yeah.
Like, it's very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get to the end of it and you're like, motherfucker, I need to just go outside and like stare at the blue sky for like a good 30 minutes to undo this.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I try also not to watch horror stuff, like
I love
absolute.
horror.
Well, I mean, I do too, but I don't want to feel bad for the rest of my life. Like I don't
it's
want to
not-
live in agony.
Yeah,
Not
there's a
bad,
lot of that
though.
stuff that
it's just like a cool thing to think about sometimes.
Yeah, so I was looking more at Junji Ito's stuff, some of the lesser known stuff, and a lot of his stuff. It's either it sticks with you for the rest of your life, or it is like flash. It's over and done. It's one big leading up to one big shock.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he's probably one of the best horror writers ever.
Is that the guy
He's
that does the what is it, the
Uzumaki with the spirals. You talking about that? What is this phone ringing? Why is this phone ringing?
what is this phone ringing? Does somebody have
You
a
mean in
phone in their
real
house?
life?
Does somebody have a phone in their house?
What are you talking about?
I have a phone in front of my house. It's Hat Mouse. Hat Mouse wanted me to come over.
Okay, but it's
What?
in game is the important
Yeah,
thing.
it's in.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I've had a phone for like 3 years. What are you talking about?
I didn't know this was a
Ryan
thing.
just gave it to me. And I was like,
That's,
sure.
That's weird.
Yeah, he did Uzumaki. Is that what you were talking about?
The one this hole was made for me.
No, that's the Amigara Fallout or something like that.
Yeah, but is that the same guy?
Yes, that's the same guy.
Okay.
That one's all about.
That's
if
the
you
only
don't,
one
like,
that I've
if
read.
you have claustrophobia, that one's gonna mess with you.
But it's
Just
also
like-
but it's also body horror.
Yeah, it's also body horror at the end, and that's what I'm talking about. Like one big shock, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He has one, and I don't know what it's called. I never read it because it's disgusting. I've just seen a preview of it. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up just thinking about it. It's about this guy who it's about this girl who's like, my brother is a dick, you know, whatever. And he has this weird habit, and it shows this kid sitting on the floor drinking like a 2-liter bottle of vegetable oil.
Ugh.
And he's just, and then at some point it cuts to the adult life, and he inherited the family home or whatever, like he never moved out.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes in to see how he's doing, and the walls are dripping with oily slime from his
Ugh.
body because he's just drinking oil.
Ugh.
I'm gonna throw up.
Right.
That was a good one. That was a really good one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real. This is happening right now.
As it goes down to the basement, I don't know what Japanese townhouse has a basement, but as it goes down to the basement, he's down there. All slime. It's all slime.
My man's having
I can't do it. I can't.
Just don't talk about it. Oh my god.
I can't do it. I cannot do it. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
we're
you're
done.
very
We're done.
look. You're very brave for everything that you've done so far.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture
That works.
of the shock if I could see it. I got floats in my eyes, dude. God. I
Wow.
was with my friends, and
I don't know if I want to see this. I don't
My
know if I want to
stomach-
see this.
My abs were sore from how much I was like almost throwing up when I was like seeing image previews of it in a video. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna look up.
Just don't. No, just hold on.
Can you,
don't have to
though?
do it right now.
Can
You don't
you
have to do it
really?
live on stream. It just doesn't need to happen right now. You can hold it. All right. I'm looking for. I'm down in the cave looking for bats. I'm right here with you, baby. I'm down here in the cave looking for bats.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna send it, and I'm gonna scroll up immediately so everyone can see it.
Oh my gosh.
God, it's horrible, dude.
I love how he's vomiting
And sending it to us
live,
for
and he's like, "You
review.
got to see this." It's
Yeah.
almost like, "Oh my god, it smells awful in here. Come
You
here,
gotta
and
see it.
you gotta
Yeah.
smell this." Monster
So
Slayer goal complete.
you gotta
It's
go
a-
pick up something from the thing.
It's sent. It's sent. God. I hate
So is this
being
just the
alive.
one screen?
It's the shock.
It's the shock.
Yeah, it's the shock. It messes.
I'll
with
look at
me.
it tonight. I'll look at it like after we're in game, after we're going to bed.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to though. I don't know if see. I try to avoid that kind of shit. You know.
Now that I'm not, now that it's all out of my system, I promise.
Where are the fucking bats, yo?
She just goes down to the basement, and it's like mega slime down there, and she finds him.
Mega slime.
Mega slime.
But I mean,
Okay.
Junji does brutal stuff, and he's about a lot of his stuff has been made into movies because it's just like Uzumaki is just the one about the spirals is just a big like classic of how Japanese horror is, you know. So they made a movie. I think they made a TV short series, and then they made a movie. They're about to make an anime of it. Adult Swim is. And I think we've talked about this before, where I think Adult Swim's the premier in indie horror. Lately.
Really?
They love some indie horror, especially at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning.
Oh, like
When,
the what is it? The pictures of
Unedited footage of a bear.
Yeah.
This house has people in it.
That's
Just
just
stuff.
That's stuff that people
know.
put up there to fuck with stoners in the middle
Right
of
in
the
the
night.
middle of the night.
You know, yeah, at like 3 in the morning. Why is my phone ringing? God, they're wearing this thing out.
I didn't know there was a phone. I'm very confused by this.
What, you can come answer it whenever you want because they're lighting it up. What do you want, Lewis?
Poverty's
How's
pants.
everything going, dude? I know your secret, Lewis. Oh, he says, "How's everything going?" I know your secret, Lewis.
That's
one
a
of my
response. That's
Yeah.
fucking great.
That's not creepy.
He said, "What's that?" I think the line cut out. I don't care about Lewis. That was funny.
That was funny.
Poor Lewis. Adult Swim makes good horror. And they just put it up late at night. Adult Swim really likes to put stuff up that they hope to God nobody's ever gonna see.
Right.
Like they would play Black Dynamite at like 4 in the morning. You know, when is somebody gonna see that? 3 people, the people who just so happen to be awake at that point in time, the 3 people.
Yeah, no one's gonna stay
gonna
up
see
for it.
Yeah. I think I did once because I thought Black Dynamite was really funny, and it is really funny. It wasn't worth it though. Or they play like Super Jail.
I don't know about that.
That's like another. Oh, that picture was still up on my thing.
You got yourself. All right.
Super
What's gonna come
Jail.
attack?
What's
Oh,
up?
it's bugs. I want bats to attack.
I know.
me.
I'm trying to find bats too.
I'm on level
Super-
26 right now, and it's Bug City.
I think perhaps we need to go to like the 30s, maybe. I'm having the same problem.
Okay, so Super Jail's like gross out, weird, animation.
I'm
You
going
know-
to 30. Mm-hmm.
So it plays on Adult Swim really late. I think they're still making it though. It's weird. Why do people watch this? There was what was that show that got kicked off of Cartoon Network like immediately?
I don't know.
Super Mountain Fort Awesome.
You're just making shit
I
up.
have no clue.
No, that is it. That
Absolute word salad.
show was horrible and was on Cartoon Network for half an hour, and that's it.
I've never heard of it.
Why?
That's
What
probably
was so
why.
bad about it?
It's gross out, and it's just really gross. How do I hide a picture? It's really gross.
Look, hey, you know
and,
what? Tonight, Bright and I will look at it.
and it's just like screaming, and it's obnoxious. It's kind of like Uncle Grandpa.
I don't know what that is either.
Another one.
You have a knowledge that is far outside of our realm.
I didn't know Uncle Grandpa gets memed on a lot for being
Young
horrible.
one.
Or no, the Problem Solvers. That's one that also got removed. The Problem Solvers. It was not on there in 1992. Get out of here. Maybe somebody drew it on a piece of paper back then. Well, a Cartoon Network, back when the website was cool, they had shorts. You could see shorts on their thing, and it was like failed pilots were on there too.
Okay.
So, or I don't.
No, I
wanna say
remember every
failed.
so often they had like the cartoon where
Yeah.
it was like, hey, that's where like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and stuff like that was originally aired.
Yeah.
Because they had like a pilot that got to be shown, and then it was like one of these it was almost like a voting, like, tune in and watch, and one of these will eventually become an actual syndicated cartoon or whatever on our channel.
Yeah, so they certain pilots they would keep, and they would put it on there. Uncle Grandpa was on there for 10 or 15 years before it finally got released. Same thing with the Problem Solvers,
Oops.
I guess. They used to have this it's just like that, but it was the same couple of short 5-minute cartoons every week, like new episodes. Cartoon Network. Nacho Bear.
Nacho Bear?
Yeah, that was one of the short. It was Wedgies. It was called Wedgies. I think they went in between because it was 2012. They didn't really understand how TV works. So sometimes you would have an episode for a TV show that was legitimately blocked for 2 minutes or 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Not a full 30 minutes. So Wedgies went in between, and they weren't afraid to cut them off, and like they would just go in and fill gaps. There was Nacho Bear. That's the only one I remember. Big Baby was one of them. That was a good one. Big Baby was really good. Big Baby was like, it was a cop, it was a detective, and then a giant baby. Like a giant 6-foot baby.
Okay.
And they would just go around and do stuff. Like they had to like infiltrate like a basketball game or something. And Big Baby's just like hanging out on the court.
Sounds
And like the
special.
guy had a gun. The cop had a gun. You could just see him with a gun like strapped to his chest, and then there's just a giant baby.
All right, I'm
That's
going to
pretty-
bed for the night.
I'm going.
I'm gonna look at this picture. I'm gonna be upset with you.
What
You
else
ready?
is on Nacho Bear? Wait,
Here we
geez.
go.
Yeah, go ahead. You won't.
Oh yeah, I've seen this before. I've seen that picture. That's a insane picture.
It's nasty. It's
It
awful,
is.
and I hate it.
It is a crazy picture.
Can you imagine drawing that?
That would take a long time.
I'm in.
Yeah, I've seen that picture. You gonna look at the picture too, or nah?
Sure, why not?
Everybody hold.
Oh, I didn't hold.
Scroll. You can scroll up a little bit and get the. Yep.
Huh.
You got
It's
HUD.
nasty. It's nasty.
It's
I don't care
it's
what y'all
intense. No, it's fucking gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Fighter or scout? Let's see. Critical strikes. Chance. Wait.
I
Critical
think I
strike.
pick fighter.
Yeah. I'd rather just have a standard 10% damage. Yeah, that's a rough picture, and that took somebody a lot of time to draw.
Yeah, Junji Ito draws stuff that makes him uncomfortable, which is what you should do if you're a horror.
Ooh, I wonder if you have one of those. What is that thing called when you don't like the holes in the beehive or whatever?
Trypophobia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trypophobia?
Yeah.
Trypophobia.
It kind of looks like that a little
Yeah,
bit.
definitely. Well, it's also just what is happening in the picture.
Well, yeah, but
I think, because psychologists. First of all, I don't believe in psychology, but they have.
hold on. Let's loop back to that.
Let's
How does
unpack
one
that.
not
Let me
believe in
skip ahead,
psychology?
Hold on. Psychologists have said that it's not real, and that just everybody has it to a degree. You know what I'm saying?
What, trypophobia?
Yeah, and they think it
What makes
links
people
back to like being afraid
uncomfortable?
of beehives and stuff. You
Yeah.
know. So
Well,
that's why,
another thing
like,
is probably like people that had like leprosy or something like that. It's like, oh hey,
yeah,
something's
it's a danger thing.
something's really
Yeah.
fucked up with this right
Right,
here.
right.
This ain't natural.
So people, I think the general consensus of, because people won't be afraid of it until you tell them what it is, and then they'll be like, yeah, this bothers me a lot. Why is this here?
Yeah.
No, psychology's stupid because the science as a whole is really pretentious, and they're just like, humans do these 3 things in a loop over and over again. Like, well, not me. I don't do that. I don't decorate my room because I mark my territory like a wild animal. That's what my psychology professor tried to tell me one time. He told me decorating my room off other threats, linking it back to an animal. I have a Mountain Dew sign because I like Mountain Dew. I have a figurine of an anime character because I like that show, and I thought it was really cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
But maybe it's talking about like the instinct to decorate your room, not like you personally, but like the human instinct of marking.
2 of my walls are completely unpainted. I am not a man of instinct. 2 of my walls have nothing on them, and they're
cavemen
completely
had instincts
unpainted.
too, so there's that.
Oh, those guys were lame.
Their
they're
decorating
not-
skills not top notch.
They're cringe. I'm based and red pilled. Have we talked about that?
We can right now if you want to.
Based and red pilled. So
I know what red pilled is. I never actually have learned what based means. And I don't
It's
know
just-
if I care.
it's not cringe. It just means not cringe. You know.
That's really
Like
cringe.
basic, basically.
And like I've never seen The Matrix. What? No, based. It just means you're based. You know, you're based.
Like a turkey.
Yeah. Freaking. It's just a term that people use. Usually, see, I'm on iFunny, and iFunny is an app run by Russia. Like it's just run by Russia.
Yeah.
There's a lot of propaganda on it, and they really want you to be Republican, which is I don't care. So like you see a lot of based and red pilled, and like usually people are like it's red pilled because it's Republican, or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's got something to do with the Matrix.
No, so I actually know red pill, so I can explain that if you'd like.
Go ahead. I'm
red,
all ears.
Red pill is when is I'm trying to how to
Doesn't he take one
say
to like
this.
go into the Matrix and one
Yeah,
to come out or
so
something?
the people that are red pilled, a lot of those people are the same that are like oh, what is it called? I can't think of the term. Fuck,
Based?
it's it's involuntary incel. A lot of
yeah,
that
yeah.
there's a crossover there because
Yeah.
being red pilled is like not the thing in the Matrix is you take the blue pill and you stay in the simulation. You take the red pill and you wake up and you actually come to the real world. And these are people that are like, yeah, I'm totally like woke. And it's not woke in the sense of like the liberal sense of woke. It's woke in the sense of like I'm awakened to all the
theories?
bullshit around me.
I'm not
quote
like,
unquote.
I'm not like tethered, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm not held down.
But a lot of it is very like toxic masculinity type bullshit.
Gotcha.
So that's
and
with
when
people that
that's-
are like red pilled or like that they're like I don't know if it necessarily feeds 100% into like red, like Republican, like their colors of the Republican
That's what
Party.
I think. That's what
but
a lot of it is now.
I think a lot of it definitely eventually evolved into that, or there was enough of a crossover that it became kind of synonymous.
But yeah,
But that's
usually
what being
people
red
are
pilled
like,
is. It's like dudes that are like, nuh-uh, like, it's what about like men's rights and all this kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
like above all others, not like in
That's
addition to.
a lot.
Yeah.
usually it's used now alongside based, and based just doesn't mean cringe. It just means you're not cringe. You don't want to be cringe. I don't know if you're hip to that. You don't want to be cringe. You want to be based. A good meme is like somebody will be like, I'm based, and they're like, based on what? And you're like, what?
Got him.
That's a good one.
Oh, choo-poo.
Yeah, I've seen people say that stuff is based, but I
Yeah.
never knew like what it actually meant, and I didn't really care enough to really look it up.
Like, go
It's
look
funny.
it up.
It's fun. Some people take it too far. Now,
Oh
going
Lord of mercy,
into-
it's actually a bat.
oh sweet. Going from that, do you guys own your house? Like, have you taken out a loan for your house, or are you renting your house?
Yes,
it
we
goes
have
into this
we
discussion.
are
You're paying back a home loan.
paying back a home loan.
You're okay, yeah. So you own your house.
Yeah.
You're like, well, not you do, but that's the
Yeah.
whole thing. Do you guys know about land chads and rentoids? Do you guys know about that?
No.
Land chads and what was the
There's
other
a-
ones?
Rentoids.
Rentoids.
Freaking there's our subreddit, and subreddit is, or Reddit is horrible. Reddit is cringe. But there's
Nah.
a few based Reddits.
Nah, man. Fake news.
There's one, it's called Land Chads, I'm pretty sure. It's either called, I think it's either Land Chads or Landlord Appreciation. Because you know, landlords are always like the evil people.
Yeah.
Like, you're always so evil for being kicked out after you're 8 months back on rent. So it's stuff like that. It's stuff like, it's a bunch of people acting like landlords, being like, I evicted 7 single mothers today. I'm just upset I couldn't make it 8. It's just junk like that.
Gotcha.
Or you know, my rentoids keep getting mad because I won't let them paint the walls. It's stuff like that, and it's just like a circle jerk. Reddit,
Yeah.
you know, where people just keep feeding the meme into itself. It's
Yeah.
really funny. It is really funny.
That sounds quite special.
Where the bats at, yo?
I found some down on 60.
On 60?
Yeah.
I'm
Might
on
just be
36
helping
right now, and it's
I
nothing.
mean, if you want, but you don't have to.
It'd be real based if you did.
You gonna start talking like that around the house?
Yeah.
Please don't. I keep trying to get him to stop saying YOLO like it's a thing.
Oh, I haven't heard someone say YOLO in a while.
Yeah. Or yeet. Yeet. Oh,
Yeet is
God.
eternal.
Yeet
Yeet's
is
a good one.
bad.
It's just like-
Obnoxious.
the cousin that I said had a face for radio, he asked me if I was playing Among Us tonight with you guys. Because I said I was busy. He's like, "Are you gonna go play Among Us?" And I said,
Aw.
"No, I'm not. Among Us isn't cool."
Among Us is fun. I don't know about cool, but it's fun.
I feel really bad for like
ahead.
parents who if you I swear to God.
Hard stop, because parents have it rough, man.
Hey, stop that. Shut up, Alex. Alex caught me digging through the trash.
Oh, gotcha.
Freaking parents do have it rough, and sometimes they are 8 months late on the trends. And there was just this picture of this kid who's probably, I mean, he could have been any age because everybody was playing Among Us. And it was his birthday, and he had an Among Us themed birthday party. And it was pretty. It looked like the parents put a lot of time into it, but you could say it's cringe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like anything like that people get super hyped into, especially stuff.
It's just it's just like a Minecraft birthday party, you know?
Yeah.
Minecraft or like Minions. Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, Minions are so cringe," and it's like, yeah, I don't understand when people put like a picture of a Minion on like anything and be like, "It's a meme now." Like, I don't get that,
Yeah.
but like, it's not
Those are funny.
ruining my fucking day. I'll roll my
Those
eyes
are
and be like, "Ugh," but like, who cares?
Yeah, and all the comment, like the top like 3 comments was this guy giving like an autobiography about how one time his mom stayed up all night making him like a Minecraft invitation, and he called it cringe to her face.
Aww.
And she just broke down in tears in like the floor.
Yeah, I
And first of all,
imagine.
why would you do that? Why would you do that to your mom?
That's
Little
terrible.
dickweed.
Yeah, you tell him.
But I felt pretty bad after that. I was just
Because
like,
kids don't like they say stuff and they don't realize that it can actually like hurt people.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, I'll say that thing that everybody else gets a kick out of online," and like people have thick skin in the whatever server that I'm playing on or this forum or whatever. But your mom,
Very nice
probably
lady.
probably not like that. Probably trying to do something genuinely nice, and
Well, and also
You'll be
children don't understand feelings for a very long time, like other people's feelings.
yeah, this is true.
They understand their feelings and how they want things. But
Having
they don't get other people for
Formerly
a while.
been a child, yes, this is true.
Well, I'm thinking of the children that we know best, but
well, she just called out all your family.
I
Just called
mean,
out all your little cousins.
all
and
of
nephews.
them,
I mean,
every single one of them.
All of them.
But I mean, it's true. Like,
I mean, kids are little losers.
kids just don't. Well, they just don't get
Yoink.
that other people exist, basically.
Yeah.
And have feelings.
Well, you know how it is.
I think of that John Mulaney bit. That's the thing I'm sensitive about.
yeah.
They have an accurate ability to hone in on the one thing like you don't want to talk about.
Kids are brutal. Kids
or
are
you're
mean.
embarrassed about. Yeah.
Kids want to hurt you.
They do. They're vicious.
John Mulaney, I haven't watched him in a while.
He's great.
Yeah. I haven't watched any comedian in a
Very
while.
based.
Yeah, he's very based. Comedians don't really do it for me anymore. You know?
In
And
what
What
way?
does that mean? Like, where do you get your kicks from?
I just don't think stand-up comedy is funny anymore. And I wish I could, but I think we got a lot. I think there was a lot of bad comedians when I was like in middle school. A lot of really mediocre comedians, and people were screaming about how good they were. Like
Yeah, I
Kevin
got
Hart. I hate Kevin Hart. I don't like Kevin
He's hit and
Hart.
miss for me. He's hit and miss. Some of the stories
mean,
are like nice, and then sometimes it's like, wow, you ruined it.
I've probably said why I don't like him, so I don't want to say it again.
Cause he's black.
Well, it's cause,
No.
It's because hold on. It's because
Hell, hold
I'm
on,
not-
hold
it's
on.
because
I
I'm
didn't
not
say that.
black. It's
Yeah.
because I'm not black, and so I can't relate to anything he says. Because he makes jokes about being short and black, and I'm not short or black. You know what
You
I'm
have to
saying?
relate to something though to think they're funny.
Well, yeah. I don't like that one comedian with puppets because I'm not a puppet and I'm not racist. That's how
I'm
his
not a
puppets are.
racist puppet.
Isn't that what his whole thing is? I got into this with somebody before. What's the puppet's name?
Jeff Dunham or whatever, or what's his name?
Wasn't he Jeff Dunham? Wasn't he racist? Wasn't it like his one joke being old and racist? With
No,
that
I think
puppet?
all those puppets are just like strong stereotypes. I don't know about like full on racist, but
Like the old man one. I thought that was like his only joke for the old man one.
I don't know.
I never thought he was funny though. I never thought he was funny.
We need to watch
I'm sure
some good
that
comedians,
burns him
then.
up at night. It keeps him awake. He's just
I don't
like
care what he thinks. I don't care what he's
You
doing.
need to watch Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard's
Izzard's
fabulous.
pretty dope. Well, his early stuff is really good. Her early how do you talk about somebody in the past tense? They're early stuff.
The older person never existed.
Okay,
That's what you're supposed to do.
thank you. I'm genuinely.
I don't know.
Is he? Is it now they or she? I think it's she.
I think she.
I think it's straight up she. She.
You could also just say
her-
Eddie Izzard. Like I
Eddie
did.
Izzard's older stuff is fantastic, and as it goes on, it gets a little bit more preachy. It's still funny, but it gets a little bit more preachy. But like Glorious, Dressed to Kill, those are classics.
Eddie Izzard is glorious. I don't care. She can preach at me anytime.
Yeah. Seen her live a couple of times. She's great.
3 times. We saw her in
It was
Memphis,
Meridian. It was
Nashville, and Meridian.
Nashville.
3.
Memphis.
Yep, at the Orpheum.
Was
That
that the first
time.
one?
Yep,
When did we see her in Nashville then?
at the Ryman.
Right. I remember that. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I remember that one now. I can make a keg and an oil maker and deluxe speed grow now, and I can also make bombs.
On the total opposite end of the spectrum, Brian Regan's also really funny.
Brian Regan's
He's
great.
a very
He's pretty clean too.
clean comedian. He doesn't like curse a whole lot or anything like that.
He's an Uber
Yeah.
goober. He's
But
fantastic.
he's funny.
I walked on the moon.
Who's the guy that we saw live right before the pandemic? Blonde guy.
Oh,
Bo Burnham.
no. God, Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan. Oh,
Jim
he's
Gaffigan's
funny
really funny too.
Yeah,
I never,
And
he never really did
relatively,
it for me.
relatively clean.
I like Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
I never liked Bo Burnham, and Bo Burnham was really popular when I was in middle school.
I mean, he's meh.
He I have to his comedy style. I almost have to be in a mood to watch it.
It's just songs and stuff, you know.
Well,
That's all the stuff I've seen of him.
Yeah.
He can be a little much. How about that? That's what I
Yeah.
would say.
What am I fucking doing?
But I was never like. I think there are a lot of other comedians that are better, just in general.
Well, I also think that my perception of what's funny has been really tainted over the years. Where, like, well, I really like Jerema 985. I don't know. We've talked about him probably a million times. I think me and Dortle have a lot of the same types of comedy as him.
Mm-hmm.
He likes doing stuff like normal stream. He turns on his webcam. He's dressed in a cow out.
There's a
clown
Spirits
outfit.
Eve tonight at 10 p.m. if y'all want to go.
Ooh, what's that?
I think it's just like you go and it's spooky, and you can talk to people. It's a good place to go and like talk to people or something like that.
Oh, we don't have to go if you don't want to.
It's spooky.
You okay over there?
There's something on the ground.
Yep.
But yeah, me and Dortle think Jerma's really funny, and we like anytime we get an idea, it's just like a Jerma bit that he would do. But also Super Mega, I used to think Super Mega was really funny until when everything got really political, and they would get any scrap of information and then make a video documentary about it, so they were wrong all the time. Like they just had some half-baked information, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like they would just be having wrong information and then telling everybody how terrible of people they are.
I have no idea who any of these people are.
Super
I've heard
Mega,
of Super Mega, but I don't think I've seen any of their stuff.
a lot of their old stuff. You might have. They get some of their stuff is really like clippable, like it's really short, really fast. You know, there's one where Ryan is cooking vegetables, or no, Matt's cooking No, Ryan's cooking vegetables. He's a like bigger dude with a ponytail.
Oh, I
He's
think I've seen
cooking
this.
vegetables.
Yeah.
It pans out, and he is just loaded into these like tidy whities, like what is the underwear that they make for kids with like Spider-Man,
Like pull-ups
Iron
or
Man on
something? I don't know.
No, not pull-ups, the underwear.
I don't know.
It's
You're not
just,
catching me in this trap.
Okay. Anyways, Underoos. Is it Underoos? It might be Underoos.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds
It's Underoos.
right.
He's wearing like Underoos, and he is like packed in them. They gave him like a sock in his front to make it look like he's built
Nice.
in the front. He's got this huge butt, no pants on, and he's cooking vegetables. And Matt comes up and says, "Ooh, what's cooking good looking? A couple
Ugh.
roasted vegetables never hurt anybody." And then he slaps him in the face with a hot pan, and you
Yeah,
can
I've
just
seen
see
that.
steam rolling off of his face as he's screaming in pain. And it's over and done in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
I've
really
I've
funny.
seen that.
Is this like
Or-
a bit, or is this like a whole show?
It's a bit. It's a bit.
Okay.
Well, they do like let's plays, and then sometimes they'll do a bit.
Okay.
They'll have like a 30-second bit, and then they have a podcast too that's filled with like you'll go 5 episodes of the podcast, and then all of a sudden, while you're trying to go to sleep while listening to one of them, there's like gunshots in the
Oh.
office,
Oh God.
and like one of them, they have like 5 minutes left, so you're like, they're not gonna pull something. They got 5 minutes left. They're talking, and all of a sudden, you just hear Matt's head get blown off, and Ryan just starts screaming, and another Matt comes in, and is like, "That's not the real Matt. The real Matt. That's a clone." And then they start screaming back and forth, and then Ryan's head gets shot off, and it's just gunshots back and forth. In
Just
this
like that's
podcast.
how they decide to end the podcast.
This sounds
Yeah.
delightful.
It's really, or sometimes they'll just be like, somebody will stutter, and then they'll just get shot. You're just going to get shot, and then there's like a 10-second intermission.
It
And then they're
sounds
back.
a lot like Cracker Milk.
Is that like it?
I mean, is
that-
Sounds
some-
like it.
Deal.
It's vaguely similar. So Cracker Milk, they make these skits on YouTube that are very short. They're like 20 seconds long. But they have a podcast as well, and they'll upload some of their like live. Oh wait, the ladies here, the traveling cart. Do we need tulips, large milk, summer spangles, fairy rose, octopus, dandelion, bug meat? I don't think we need any of this
I
shit.
don't think we need that.
She's not selling any recipes, so I don't know if I
Oh,
got
go to the hidden woods and see if you can collect that berry. Because I gave that guy a sweet gem berry.
What?
What? The star drop. Go to the woods and collect your star drop.
My star drop. Are you
Yeah.
talking like the hidden woods, like the where the hardwood is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there right now.
Click on your boy.
Hold on, I'm fighting a bunch of shit right now. Anyway,
I'm
they have
trying
a
to
they have a
other
podcast where they'll just basically kind of like it's almost like improv. They'll just have like a scene. Oh, he's glowing right now.
Yeah, click on him. There you go.
Ooh, cool.
Get over here, Watts. You won't. You're scared.
No, I'm busy in the mines.
You can get it, I guess, anytime.
I'm trying to get what are those things called? Bats. I'm trying to get bats.
Come on, engage. Now go to sleep somewhere. I'm not dealing with you.
Younger brother.
No, my cat wanted
I was
it.
gonna say, is that your dog?
It's my cat. Little pee pants likes to pee all over the place.
Little pee pants. DJ pee pants.
I have so you.
Are you more of a cat person than a dog person?
Yeah, I am. They're easier to take care of, but if they're in a bad mood, man, they're in a bad mood.
I like dogs because they actually love you.
I mean, my cat loves
You
me.
s-
He'll get
my
up in
ca-
my lap and purr for like he'll let me hold him for like an hour and a half
You-
straight. You know.
Yeah. You.
No, I've had some good cats. It's just that they're not very consistent.
I long for consistency in my cat love.
Well,
Yeah.
I've had had several that were like wild and they were feral and they just tried to claw up my legs.
That sounds
So
like
that's
a
how they
you
would greet me.
problem.
They would just climb up my legs with their claws, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't like you anymore. You're not
Yeah.
my friend."
When we got Gage, we got him from the pound, and he was in the cat room, and he was really dumpy looking. His head's too small.
No,
We thought he had Down syndrome, so his head's just really small. He's got a head 2 sizes too small, you know, and his eyes are too big. So we're like, we'll get this cat, and now he greets you by taking his little pinhead and rubbing it all over you.
no.
He also does this thing, and I'm pretty sure it's why they got rid of him, his other owners, because I heard they were old.
He plays a
walked past
saxophone
something-
at like 6 in the morning.
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I didn't hear him.
I said he plays the saxophone at 6 in the morning.
No,
Okay.
yeah, he doesn't do that. But
No shit.
he sprays everything. He can't because he's fixed.
Oh, yeah.
But he'll walk past something and hike his leg up against
Yeah.
whatever he's walking past,
Mm-hmm.
like he's gonna spray it. But nothing comes out because he's fixed, so he doesn't do anything. But like sometimes I'll just grab his leg and shake it while it's up in the air, and he'll just whip back real hard. He's really great. Like right now, he's just purring and walking circles around my chair.
Cutes.
He's cool. What were we talking about before that? Funny stuff that ruined my sense of humor.
Yes.
Something like that.
Hanging out with Dordle.
Yeah, Dordle ruined everybody.
Dordle's a really funny guy.
Wait, so how did that ruin your sense of humor then?
So not to. Nah, never mind.
How did that ruin your sense of humor if he's a funny guy? Explain that to me.
He's really funny. So like, I just can't like I'm not gonna look at Bo Burnham who's just doing this little like haha, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you. Like you're saying you're spoiled. Because
spoiled, yeah.
you think he's really okay.
spoiled.
Gotcha. I'm there.
It's just
I'm there.
really funny, and like Germa is really funny, and like I guess I started watching more comedy anime, so like it's pretty wild, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot of like big humor, right?
Well, another thing is, I guess that seeing people on YouTube and seeing people on Twitch and then talking to people online and like kind of real people, real life, you kind of see that like people that have been on stage, like, yeah, doing comedy on stage and like having a bunch of bits that you do that you already prepared, like that takes a lot of time and effort and energy and everything like that. But people can be equally funny just kind of doing stuff off the cuff.
Excuse me.
So some people can be like really clever and do some, you know, can have really funny moments that you just like laugh really, really hard at, and they didn't like work hard at it. And it's like you get used to that, almost that kind of humor, and it's like I don't need to have the separation of like you are the performer on the stage and I'm the audience
humor.
member. I can just like talk to some people and have a good time.
Well,
is that kind of what you're saying, or
I don't know. I have no idea.
okay?
You know, I think other stuff. You know, I started watching Seinfeld. Seinfeld is really funny.
Seinfeld is great. I would agree.
And like I started really enjoying reading The Onion.
The Onion's pretty great.
Yeah.
Do they still come out with like new stuff, or is The Onion kind of like they're just recycling?
No, The Onion writes stuff, and their current news program is a news podcast, and it's okay. Good, but the thing about The Onion is that it has some of the best actors I have ever seen in anything.
Oh no, that's very true. It's a lot of those
actors sell it.
A lot of those videos, it feels really real. It feels like you're really looking into a real newsroom or whatever it is.
Yeah, so their new stuff is The Topical. That's what it's called, and it's like a news podcast. So it's I would much rather just read an article, you know, rather than get a news podcast. But I really like the what is this? Second Amendment activist defends guns are as essential for starting foot race at town midsummer jubilee. I'm like, that's funny. That's funny.
That's
you know?
great.
And
it's
it's
a great
got this,
little one-off line.
blue collar man talking about how important it is. You know,
that's a fucking great bit.
I like the one about.
Oh yay, are we done? Excellent.
Yeah, I like the one about the.
You're welcome, everybody.
Hey, I was doing a lot of them too.
Hey,
Don't act like you're the only person doing it.
What is it, is it fair to be discriminated against at your job for your porn, like for your porn accounts? It's talking about how people need to private their amateur porn, because you know, freaking, they're like, is me being seen as getting pegged by my wife they're gonna think I'm submissive in the workplace, and I'm not. I take charge in the workplace. And then this lady just turns to him, she's like, you need to get a video of you double teaming by 2 Puerto Rican guys to show your diversity. And he's like, that's a great idea. And
that's pretty great.
it's really great.
There
And
was. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You want no,
I was gonna say there's a really funny. The girl I work with helps manage social media accounts, and she has been getting some really weird targeted ads lately.
Oh
And
yeah, this story.
She is I can't remember the name of the product. I can look it up on my phone, but basically it is a product that she definitely would never search for a lot of reasons. And it's a shared account with a bunch of every other admin on this account is a man, so you can kind of figure this out. And she keeps getting targeted ads for basically they're these rings you put on your penis because your penis is too big, so it keeps you from like skewering your partner when you're having sex. And she keeps getting these, and she's like,
Oh god, it's 12 o'clock. Holy shit.
she's like, number one, I'm
in
a
the
woman.
mines. Y'all gotta
Number
tell me
two,
this shit.
I am a lesbian. So this is not something that I would be searching for ever in my
Yeah.
browser history. She's like, this has to be from one of them. Absolutely has to be. So apparently they don't know how to log out of their shared work accounts, and they're searching all kinds of crazy stuff on the computer.
But I love how casually leaving a search for, oh, my penis is too big, how do I fix it?
Right. It's such a weird it's not even like a normal sex toy thing. It's like a very specific use case, you know?
Like it's basically like it's like a poofy donut that you put down to the base of your dick so that
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
set them up, knock them down.
Yeah, it was hilarious though.
Ted Cruz did that one time. Ted Cruz reposted from @sexual posts, and oh my god, it's just raw in the heat in the middle of it on a GIF on his Twitter.
I believe that.
Who's that guy from Breaking Bad? I know y'all didn't watch it. He played the DEA agent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's been in a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, I don't
remember his
want to
name.
know. He played Hank. What is the actor's name?
Yeah.
Dean Norris.
Yeah.
Dean Norris on it was either his Facebook or his Twitter, typed sex gifs and then hit
Oh
enter.
no. Oh no.
And I think it's still there.
Oh no.
I think he just owned up and he's like, I'm not deleting this.
That's
Um,
insane.
You
That's
see
so
old people-
vague. That's such a vague thing. This is like if you're
That's just an
butts.
old person thing to sign.
It
to
is an
do,
old
you know?
person thing.
So
That's
this
just like
that reminds me
Googling naked
of
people.
that reminds me of a
What was that? Oh, I'm pissed off now. Get out of here. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned from my
I feel like
room.
the
Go
cat
on.
did something bad.
Go on. You're banned. Gage, please leave. Go. Thank you.
Dare I ask what happened? 550 and 30.
anybody want to crush some geodes?
Oh, by the way, I need wood and stone.
Oh, I've
so,
got tons. Where do you want me to put it?
anywhere you like.
Okay, I'm gonna go put it in. Do you have a chest in your house?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna dump it in the left.
That would be awesome.
The left
'Cause
chest.
I'm
How
trying to
much
get
do you
a
need?
deluxe barn, so I can get
How much do you? I'll just put all of it.
hundreds. I have like 300 and 500 respectively.
Oh, you have like 1,000 already in here.
Oh, do I?
Yeah,
Hold on.
You guys probably didn't even hear me hang up, did you?
Yeah, I did. What happened?
I heard.
Okay,
I
I
heard
didn't-
clatter and you're banned.
I thought it would be funny if I hung up. So I have why is it a festival today?
What do you mean, why?
Is there one?
Yeah.
I thought it was a spirit thing, right?
No, that was
That was
yesterday.
last night.
Oh, okay then.
No, I have the fan in my room is like one of the 4 legs is just broken.
Mm.
You remember how I was telling you how Gage really likes to rub up against stuff?
Yeah.
What is
It was
what
idiot
is going on?
Does it nonstop? Like he cannot stop rubbing up against stuff. If he's on 4 legs, he's putting his entire body weight against something and moving. So he does it and knocks stuff over. He's knocked over trash cans that just have like a little bit of trash in it.
Doesn't that mean he's just like snuggling with it or whatever?
Yeah, and he just knocked over my fan and ripped the cord out of the wall.
Nice.
And like I have banned him from my room because he will sit and rub up against my legs for like half an hour straight. And it gets annoying. Or like I'll have like one cable dangling off my desk connected to something like my GameCube, and he'll do it nonstop and shift my GameCube and knock stuff off my desk. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I hate it when he does that.
Unforgivable.
Like, so he's banned from my room.
Inconceivable.
He got banned from my room 4 times one time in one day. Like one day he got banned 4 times. And then he come
Oops,
back
what am I
half an hour
doing?
later. Anyways, what were we talking about before that?
What were we talking about? I don't even remember. There's a large clatter there. Oh, there was a, I don't know if it still exists, but I remember seeing this thing where some guy convinces, like, oh, I forget if it was his grandfather or just elderly dad, that Twitter was the same thing as Google.
Yes.
And so it's just like
Shit
it's
my
like
dad
old man-
says or something
It was
like
like
that.
old man tweets or something like that. Yeah, and it was great because whenever there was a holiday, he would look for haircut coupons. He'd look for like it was like every single time. It was like Memorial Day, like veteran haircut coupon.
It was precious.
And then there was like Christmas veteran haircut coupon. But he would also, but he wouldn't just search stuff. He would also be like, he would type full sentences, like full questions, he'd be like, "How do you properly mash potatoes?" or something like that. But he would type the whole thing.
And it was
I don't know. I
always
don't know if
hilarious.
it's real. I don't even care if it is or isn't. It's just a funny idea. There's this trend online. I see it all the time on Reddit, and people think they're so fucking clever because
I've
they
heard
realize
Reddit's pretty lame or something.
that
Pretty cringe.
That's the one.
It's unbased.
It's
That
unbased.
it's acidic.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So everybody thinks they're so fucking smart to look at a GIF or something like that or a video, and they're like, "Wow, this is really fake." And it's like, "Wow, yeah, it's like a skit. I know it's being presented as like a real thing, but like, how about you just like laugh at it and move on?" But people like love to go in the comments and be like, "This is fake as fuck," and it's like, who cares? Did you giggle a little bit? Move on with your life. If it's fake or not, if you were entertained, then congrats. Like, this is so staged, this is so scripted, this is so fake. And it's like, fuck off.
Well, is it being presented as real, or is it just
Well, yeah,
being
it's being
presented as a
but,
joke?
but here's the thing.
That's why people feel like they have to call it out.
Yeah, but
then.
people feel like they're being smart and like, "Oh yeah, I totally saw through the bamboozle. I'm gonna go and make a comment
Well,
about it."
yeah.
And it's like, who fucking cares, dude? Just laugh at the thing, and whether it's real or not, you just move on with your life. I never think twice about that shit. I may look at that and be like, "Oh yeah, that was clearly scripted," or "Oh yeah, that one was," like people just get, but they pat themselves on the back, and there's a bunch of like people like circle jerking and upvoting each other, and it's just like, who fucking cares? No one's impressed by your ability to see that the man that slipped on a banana peel and threw a baby out a window clearly was staged. Like,
Just episode 6 of Stardew Valley. Crash gets tilted at Reddit.
no, this is episode.
Absolutely tilted.
Yeah, I don't know what episode this would be. I have no clue.
I don't know.
Well,
Well,
what
yeah,
am I
it
doing with my
happens.
life?
It's just people are stupid.
But they like
Do people still say tilted?
to. Sure, why not?
I don't know. What's tilted? Angry? Mad?
It just means mad.
Ranting?
Or you just get tilted. You just get mad.
You just get tilted.
Wait, half these words they don't have meaning. That you just say them.
Tilted is like salty. It's
It's
tilted
just
is
mad. You're just mad.
tilted. Well, tilted specifically is like in video games. You get so mad that you're unable to perform anymore. Like you get so fucking.
That's called impotent.
Yeah, you get You get so fucking flustered that you just like lose your shit and you can't play well anymore. You can't focus because you're just so. Urgh.
Got
And you
it.
just keep getting even more mad because you're sucking wang at like a baby game, like how I was doing at Mario Baseball.
Yeah, that's the thing is like you're bad, and then somebody says something, and that's when you're like, "Ooh, you said something to me!" Oh, and then that's when you get tilted.
You swamp donkey.
You swamp donkey.
I really do like that phrase.
It's a
Just
good
rolls
one.
off the tongue.
It's a good one. Oh look, everybody's here. We're all just kind of hanging out.
Hi,
having a
how's
good
it
time.
going?
I love it when streamers joke about banning people from their chat. Somebody's like, "Oh, you kind of suck at
would
this
you-
game."
is
They're
that- is
like,
that a
ban
subtle-
man for 30 minutes?
Is that a subtle hint? Do you want me to like ban you or something?
No, I don't want you to ban me.
Ban me,
Ooh,
daddy.
baby, ban me again.
I got banned from somebody's chat before, like way probably half a year ago.
Look at this bad boy bragging about his ban.
No, they were being stupid about a game, and I was like, "You're kind of
He's a band boy.
You kind of.
Oh, that reminds me. I was talking about band kids, and how they're weird, not human.
Go ahead.
Okay.
They just are.
You don't want the
kids are
band
weird.
kids to come after you, okay?
I don't care if the band kids come after me.
They
the
know
thing
people.
about band kids, they're like
We can't
they
let your
always-
cousin see this. No.
Oh,
They always,
yeah, right.
They think that you want to hear them play the trumpet.
Oh my god! Now this is hitting close to home. You picked the right instrument. What are these? Are these slimes fucking? These slimes is fucking in the bushes.
What?
They made a baby slime. Ow! The baby slime hit me. I'm gonna have to kill this kid.
Kill it.
I'm sorry.
It's a
I just murdered this whole fucking family. I know that y'all just started your life together.
You're
but
the
like,
worst, Matthew.
I've never seen that
You're
before.
a slime murderer.
Crash, I know you have seen
Fucking
it before
slime
because it happened
murderer.
in one of the other streams.
No.
Fucking slime
And then you made a joke saying,
murderer.
"Oh, I just killed this baby slime." I could probably go find the scene.
No.
Do it.
Not happen.
Um,
One of the slimes had an exclamation mark over it, and the other one had a heart over it, and then they disappeared in the bushes, and then 3 slimes came out, and then I killed them
That's
all
pretty
because
hot.
the baby attacked me. The baby bit me, and I was like,
Like a fucking jerk.
So do you
I
guys
was
think the
gonna-
band kids analogy is real?
What was the analogy?
Or not the analogy, just them always thinking like, yeah, these people want to hear me play my trombone.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I have friends who were all in band on Discord, and you will not see me leave a call faster than when one of them starts hitting keys on their piano.
Oh yeah, I remember us talking about this briefly when we played
Or
the zombie
hit
game.
the trombone. What was
Killing
it? It was
Floor.
Killing Floor?
Killing Floor. Yeah, you were talking about this a
Yeah.
little bit in Killing Floor.
They'll just be like, there's like,
Frump,
hey,
like start doing scales, and it's like I'm out.
I'm like, guys, I'm gone. And they're like, why are you leaving? I'm like, because I don't want to hear that.
I'm not
I don't wanna
impressed.
hear
I
that.
want to hear that shit.
I'm not
And then,
impressed by your root to toot toot.
One guy was like prepping for like a big thing, and he's like, hey, do you care if I practice my trumpet? So I just left. He can practice his
So
trumpet
I
on his own
guess
time.
I
don't
guess
wanna
you
hear
did
that
care,
noise.
huh?
Huh?
I said I guess you did care, huh?
Yeah, I cared a little bit. I cared. You know, it's also like whenever people will like do their homework and then join call. I'm like, why?
Wait, what do you mean?
This
they'll
This
join.
is not a thing that happened in our generation.
Yeah.
Child.
Just imagine somebody calls you and then doesn't talk because they're doing your homework.
Yeah, that's dumb. Why would you do that? Why would you call
Or
them?
like, yeah, and like I'll try to talk to them like, hold on, I'm doing my homework. I'm like, then get out. Then get out.
Yeah.
Why are you here? I get
Like
that.
on a voice call, not
Yeah.
text. Because like we had that with like AOL Instant Messenger, where somebody would be
yeah,
on,
it's
but they
different.
wouldn't set themselves as busy or away, and you try to talk to them, and you're like, oh wow, I'm getting ignored, and then you have that big panic sweat as a 15-year-old. They're like, uh-oh, this person doesn't like me
They
anymore.
hate me.
And then it's like, oh sorry, I was having supper or something.
No one cares. No one loves you, kid. Just get used to it.
Who?
It's world. It's harsh.
What?
Okay.
Who are you talking? Me?
No, in general, I'm talking about kids like
Oh, okay. I thought you were
worrying-
talking to me,
15-year-old
like
sweating.
past me, and I was like,
no,
God damn.
15-year-olds sweating because somebody didn't respond. Like, just get over
The
it.
fear is real.
No one gives a shit.
15-year-olds care. As
Let's ask Mute.
I'm not
yeah, let's
15.
ask our fellow
I haven't been
15-year-old.
15 for 6 years
But you're
now. I
you're
think
closer.
I'm
You're
off
closer
the
than we are. So tell us
Uh-huh.
the true
I don't
truth.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tell us.
Uh,
Spirit's Eve has begun in the town square. Do y'all want to go or
I
not?
thought that was today. I thought that was yesterday.
I
Yeah,
swear.
yeah,
it
let's
was.
go. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, I'm right by the
I'll meet y'all over there.
side, so. Okay.
Spirits Eve. No, Spirits Eve.
I'm trying to
Oh,
think what other
I
things
can't go this
band
way.
kids do. Band kids like Call Me Carson. That was a big meme. It was like the band kids coming to beat you up because you said Call Me Carson. Funny.
Waiting for other players. Ooh,
We're
baby.
coming.
We're there.
What's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, we can
Oh,
go
there's a
through. We can get
shop?
the golden pumpkin. I forgot we can get the golden pumpkin. Eek, I'm too scared. Haley. Oh.
Haley's such a jerk.
Apparently, she has a really good story arc. If you like befriend her and
I have in the other game, and so far, I'm not impressed.
What about these skeletons hanging out?
what about this funky rug? Is that everything you have to sell? Lame. I did buy this rare crow though.
I did too.
I don't think there's anything else to do down here. And there's
Just talk to people.
Yeah. Do you actually build friendship points talking to people down here during events?
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Okay, well I'm gonna
I don't know if they've updated it, but I remember the only way you could solve this puzzle or this maze was going through a secret wall.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
accurate.
it is. It's not so much an update as in like that is what is The point.
Yeah, well, I just didn't know. I just didn't know if they had updated that out.
No, I think that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
I'm not actually reading any of these people's dialogue.
Where's it at?
Right here.
Okay.
And then you go around, and you go through.
Look at this.
Where's the community center at?
That's a good point. They moved the whole thing.
There's
yeah,
like
that's
a
a good
cave over
point.
here in this wall up here.
There we go.
Were you stuck in there?
Yeah, I was
Oh, the
stuck.
community center's off to the right. It's over here.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it now.
Well, yeah. So they just put in a cave over here.
I don't know. Howdy, farmer.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy. Coffee.
Do you guys say howdy like in like?
In real
Real
life?
life?
Oh, God, no.
I say what? Do you mean? Oh God! No. I say all the time. Why am I bleeding?
Watts is anti-folksy.
I don't live on a farm, and I'm not folksy. I don't say howdy to any living
okay,
people.
Like, if somebody opens the door, I don't say howdy if somebody opens the door. But if somebody's at the door, like for the old lady I sit, if like her family's at the door or somebody I don't know is at the door, I'll just be like, hey, howdy. Or I'll just say howdy.
How don't
What
you
can I
just
do
say
for you?
hey or hi or hello like a real
Sure.
person?
Because howdy's fun.
No.
It's cringe.
Howdy.
That's it.
Howdy is very.
I started saying
Rural.
howdy sarcastically, and now I say it on purpose. Like I'll be in the hallway at the bank, and somebody will be like, "Good morning." I'll be like, "Howdy,"
No.
but I won't
gross.
say
It's
I won't
nice.
I won't like imaginary tip my imaginary hat and be like, "Howdy."
That's
Like I'm not
Off the
gonna put.
tongue and it makes people want to be your
Gross.
friend.
I just go
No.
howdy. That's it. I just say it
Um,
matter of factly.
Are you a farmhand? You don't need to say howdy.
I just say howdy. What's
Bullshit.
wrong with howdy?
Lots
I
of
don't have to be
Howdy's
like
great.
lemon spittoon.
What
Howdy.
century do you live in?
This one, the current one.
Uh-huh.
Where
I was
howdy,
asking because
howdy is based.
Honey, no. Don't try.
one of my I almost just said one of my babies. Why did I say that? Because you called him baby. Don't do that. Don't put him on.
Wait, did you just call me baby?
Did you? You called him babe or something?
Who
Threw me
did?
for
Did
an
I?
absolute loop. Yes, it threw me for a loop.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Wait, did you call me baby? I'm so confused. Who's baby in this scenario?
One of my friends said he joined like a giant Discord or something, which are those things are cesspools. Don't ever go in those.
All right.
And there was this
Convince me.
guy who was like the most antisocial, sad sack case of I can't talk to women. But it's the guy's fault.
Is George here?
Has like a
Nothing. Go ahead.
He has a Google Docs.
What did you
where
say?
I have no idea what she
What
said.
did you
I
say?
said, is George here?
Oh, okay. I thought you called somebody out.
No.
Yeah,
go
I think
ahead.
he's one of those skeletons in that cage.
Yeah, I think
No,
you're
George
right.
is not here. It's past his bedtime.
Okay, that's fair.
The guy has a Google Docs where he videotapes all of his interactions with women in his day-to-day life.
Oh God.
That's
Like at the
rough.
grocery store, he'll hit record and go, and he always says yo. He starts with yo.
Oh God.
But here's another problem. The man has no sense of what an adult man should do in day-to-day life. And one of those things that he shouldn't do is approach a woman who has a child.
Oh yes, that's accurate.
Because a woman
With a camera
child
out
thinks-
saying "yo."
they think this guy only wants this child.
Right. And they
This
will
guy-
mama bear
this guy
out.
wants to hang out with this child, and I don't want that.
Exactly.
So
They will rip your head off.
So you know, he'll say yo. He'll walk up and say hey yo or yo, and it's stupid. The guy, it's awful.
Is he
It's
putting on, or is he
awful.
really that bad with women?
Apparently, he's really that bad. There was a YouTube video where he got interviewed, and apparently he spent $400 on dating coaches. And
What?
if you need a dating coach, you're giving up on all dating. Whatever.
Yeah, pretty
Don't let
much.
anybody ever find out you got a dating coach.
That's
Just
true.
watch Hitch like everybody
Oh,
else.
or watch what was that terrible show when we were kids that
Oh, the pickup artist?
Yeah.
That one sounds
Peacocking
awful.
guy. It was horrific.
Guys, it's the end of fall. This is the last day. Do what you can.
Do you guys like the
Don't-
carbonaro effect?
I don't
Carbonara
know what that
effect
is.
sounds delicious. Oh, yes! Look at how fucking planned this was. This
Ooh,
last
I
day.
I got more cranberries. It's do you guys watch True TV?
No. We don't
It's,
we don't have cable.
Okay. It has Impractical Jokers on it. That's about the only thing anybody cares about.
Okay.
Impractical Jokers is the only show keeping that network alive. But it has the Carbonaro effect, and that's like they say he's a magician, but like I could be a magician if I had a whole TV crew with me
I gotcha.
doing stuff, you know, like making props and moving props. So like he'll go up to people in different situations and like prank them with magic, but he always has to say the Carbonaro effect. So like he'll be like, man, did you hear about coffee like evaporating from these mugs as soon as you pour it in? And somebody's like, what? What are you talking about?
Who are you?
He's
Why are
like-
you talking to me?
He's like, yeah, it's the Carbonaro effect, and then he pours like 3 liters of coffee into a mug and it never overflows.
That's super bizarre.
It's just him saying the name of the show over and over again makes it unwatchable.
Yeah.
Absolutely makes it unwatchable. It's ridiculous. It's not. It's. I think it was
Carbonara
funnier-
effect is making me hungry.
It would.
I've never had carbonara.
You should. It's fantastic.
It's got the. It's got jowls in it, doesn't it? Or
What?
what?
Yeah, it's got pancetta.
That's pork jowl, ain't it?
I don't know. I think it's like belly, isn't it?
Like jowl.
It's some part of a pig.
Yes, the jowl is the belly. You were right.
Pancetta. It's it is. What am I thinking of? It's just really. It's like specially cured bacon. Anyway, I've never had it. I haven't had a lot of pasta, like, you know, like crazy pasta dishes. You know,
I don't know
I've
if
had
I'd
mac
call.
and cheese.
Carbonara is definitely a. It takes some doing to get going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you got to make sure the eggs get blended through and don't actually like cook.
Go temper them.
They don't scramble.
Yeah.
I watch Binging with Babish. I know what I'm talking about.
Yep. That's
Mm.
true.
I hate Binging with Babish.
How dare you?
I'm gonna
You have,
ban
like-
you. I'm gonna ban you right now.
Love binging with Babish.
Here's what I don't like about Binging with Babish.
We love our babby wabby.
Do you like that girl that he had on?
What girl?
Is that his girlfriend?
No,
oh, you mean
no,
Sola?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love
I don't
Sola.
like her.
Go ahead.
I don't like her. If you say go ahead one more time,
What are you
I
gonna
will
do?
lose
What are you
my
gonna do, big boy? What are you gonna do?
Lose my mind.
He'll
Do
tilt or
what?
turn or something.
He'll get
Yeah,
turned.
I'm not gonna get turned. I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna get turned. I don't know. I don't like her.
Sola's awesome.
I think it.
She
had to do with
definitely
a lot
she
of
definitely is
the-
like quiet, like soft spoken, and like not, for
the Bon.
everybody.
I think the Bon Appetit drama was like way overhyped and stuff, and there was a lot of idiots on both sides. You know?
Oh, he is racist. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
dear.
racist.
Oh dear.
I think what soured it was like a lot of people were trying to get like that Brad guy to throw away his whole career for one of his coworkers. They were making him out to be a horrible horrible person for not being a whistleblower for the best career he's ever had. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
When he's got like a wife and like
Well-
3 kids.
But here's
That's
the thing:
understandable.
Brad is oblivious.
Yeah.
Like you can look
But
at him
either
and
way,
know
it's
he's
not-
oblivious.
If she has a concern, she should take that up. She shouldn't. It shouldn't. Nobody else has to jump under the bus for her. She's an adult.
No, but I think the
but-
idea was that people were trying to like show support for the coworkers or whatever.
Yeah. But like when Babish brought her on, I just felt a lot like he was just doing it just because it was hot, and it
Well,
would look
he
good.
may have been.
Which that's probably not why, And then, like, 1 out of 3 of his videos, he talks about how stoned his friends are in the other room. You ever notice? Anytime he cooks more than 2 portions of food, he's like, "I got some really stoned friends in the other room."
yeah, he does do that a good bit.
And I'm like, okay. That's like the same thing as that guy who says my 3 weed smoking girlfriends.
What?
You know what I'm talking? You know,
No,
have
I
you
don't
ever
know
seen
this.
That?
I have
This
no
is-
idea what you're talking about.
This
That is one of the best like copy pastas in the world. It is well, it's not a copy pasta, but it's just a relic. There was this guy, and I don't even know if he was playing it straight. Like I don't know if it was a joke or if he was actually this delusional. He posted this picture of these 3 cheap looking pinup model girls covered in tattoos. You know what I'm talking about?
swamp donkeys.
Real
Yeah.
swamp donkey.
Real
They were just
lot
the kind
lizards.
of like dime a dozen, skinny, platinum blonde, covered in tattoo, wearing weed paraphernalia, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he said, "These are my 3 weed smoking girlfriends," and then in parentheses said, "Yes, we have sex, all 3 at the same time." And then people just kept like just kept pushing them,
Just
kept
making it
egging 'em
ridiculous.
on. And he was like, he was like typing like, "I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you." And then he's like, "You should be happy. One of my 3 weed smoking girlfriends is rubbing my shoulders right now."
What?
Yeah, we're happy for you.
What is wrong with people?
Like, I don't know. Let me see if I can. Such a classic. But you know, that is what
That sounds bizarre.
that is what Babish is like sometimes. Where he's like, I did this after a couple of jazz cigarettes. Like, okay, buddy, I get it.
Yeah, I kind of get that as well. He doesn't do it often enough that it's like, oh my gosh, we get it, you smoke pot. But yeah, I can understand that kind of getting that mentality from him where it's like, we get it. You cook a lot of food and you have a lot of reason to cook a lot of food.
But like, who cares?
I care. That's why I don't watch him.
It makes him happy. So like,
If it
I don't want him to be happy.
shit on
oh
your
my
happiness.
God,
I mean, come on.
Jody, or is it Robin? No, it's Jody. I'm gonna fucking do a backflip right now. She's not here. I was gonna buy something from her. I was gonna get her to start building the thing, and she's probably like yoga class or something right now.
It's Sunday at 4:00. I doubt they're open.
Oh, it is Sunday. I'm used to
You jerk.
Sunday to Saturday. It should be Saturday right now. Is the end of the week. Whatever. I'm gonna go fishing.
Don't you be mean to Jody or whoever you're talking about. I think Robin is the one that builds stuff.
Yeah, it is Robin. You're right.
Robin's
Jody is.
Robin's at our house right now building my barn.
Oh, that's where she is.
Yup.
How long is that gonna take?
I don't know.
Ugh.
However long barn building takes. I have no idea.
Ugh.
Chill the fuck out.
Unbelievable.
I like
Maybe you
Adam
need to
Rivers.
smoke
That
a
you do
jazz
this to me.
cigarette so that you'll feel less like a jerk.
Dude,
do
I
that
would
for
if I
gas
could,
cigarette.
but
Yeah.
but the Supreme Court of the state shut that shit down.
Fucking jerks.
Well, they shut it down for medical uses. We never had it. It was a good stepping stone for recreational. But have you heard about this bullshit?
No,
Okay, so
I'm not for a lot of that stuff anyway, so I don't read up on.
oh,
it.
you're straight edge.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
well, here's the deal. Some people,
I don't care. You're an adult.
yeah. Well, some
But,
and
I mean,
the other thing is
That's
if-
not my stance on it. Let's not confuse that with my stance on it.
the other thing is that a lot of these things do have like medical uses that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
pain relief and stuff like that. So, but it's a controlled substance, and so ooh, spooky, scary.
Yeah.
So, in November, along with the presidential election, there are a bunch of other things on the ballots, as were for every state and municipality and everything like that. That's usually like you don't just go vote for the president and the vice president. You go vote
There's
for
other
a lot
things
of
on the
shit.
ballots, yeah.
Yeah.
I know this, having now voted once.
For which I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. So one of the things that was on the ballot was this initiative, which means I think it was written. I'm trying to think what is the difference between like initiative and a bill. Initiative is created by the people and brought towards a committee or something like that, and a bill is made in actual like in the state
In
Congress.
the
Is that the
legislature, I
difference?
think so.
Okay, so the initiative was going towards legalizing and putting money and stuff in order to start researching and developing and using medical marijuana in the state of Mississippi. And it was called Initiative 65, and there was 65A. So the difference between the two, and this is such bullshit, 65 was, that the growers and the hospitals or the researchers, the medical researchers would have say-so over like how everything gets used and everything like that, where the funds go, everything like that. And 65A was the legislature coming in and making things confusing, going, "Hey, why don't we have control of the funds?
We actually want that money, basically.
Yeah,
is what
they were like,
happened.
why don't we?
Yeah.
We know what to do with the money. Why don't we use the money?" So they were trying to make it, and they were like, that was one of the arguments. They're like, everything's so confusing. Why don't you just vote for 65A? So what
And
happened
we'll take
was,
care of all your money for you.
yeah. So what happened was
Basically.
65 got voted over 65A, and of the people that voted, of the voting populace, 74% of the people voted for one of these initiatives. So 74% of the people that voted in the state said, yes, I'm all for one of these things going through. And of the things that went through, 65 won over 65A. So what happened, so that was in November. So everything's hunky-dory, like completely legitimate win, blah, 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 blah. So then, isn't it the mayor of Madison
Yeah.
came forward and was like, actually, the wording of this document that was drawn up, this initiative, said that it had to be ratified by all 5, what is
Districts
the
or
term?
precincts or something?
Districts of the state, which would be our 5 representatives in the House of Representatives. But Mississippi hasn't had 5 districts for like 20 years. We got cut down to 4 after the census in maybe it was 2010, maybe it was 10 years, maybe it was 2010. We lost a district due to population, just due to census and everything like that. So, but the wording, the document had been drawn up with this old wording, and it says, so technically it can't be ratified because there aren't 5 districts to ratify it.
But I'm sure there's other things that have been ratified.
And
that
the
did not
Supreme
have the
Court of
proper
the state was like,
memberships.
oh yeah, we totally agree with this. But yeah, of course there's got to be, and here's the thing, this thing is not dead. As much as they think that like they totally like pulled one over on 74% of the voting populace of the state.
They did not.
Because like you said, that there's a got to be a precedent or precedents where people have drawn something up, initiatives and laws or bills with these old words talking about 5 precincts,
or
districts, districts, and not 4, and it totally got passed.
Because
and
nobody
it's-
paid attention to it.
So really, if they're trying to overturn it on that basis and that basis alone, they either have to, A, not be allowed to because of the precedent of all of these other things, or that means that everything else that had that wording that was passed and hasn't been overturned, all has to be individually reviewed
and repealed.
and possibly repealed because they didn't meet the right thing. The other thing that really sucks about it is the people that drew up the initiative found out like oh, we made a mistake, it was a clerical error, we've got an amendment coming to the thing coming through that the state legislature has to vote on, that will reword a couple of things, and one of those things is saying, oh well, now it's going to say 4 districts instead of 5, so that fixes that. And it just, I don't know if it didn't get voted on. I don't think it didn't get shot down. I just think that
They just didn't view it. They
they
didn't
didn't
hear
view
it.
it. They didn't get around to looking at it. And so this amendment that was supposed to fix that wording and a couple other things inside of it for clarity's sake never got around to being ratified as well. It's just really shady bullshit.
Yeah.
Because the buckle of the Bible Belt that we live in is so
everything.
anti-spooky stuff.
We still have counties in the state that are dry counties where you cannot,
That's
buy
normal here. That's
liquor.
normal everywhere. That's which is
crazy.
We were a dry county up until like 2 years ago.
That is craziness to
Even
me.
now, we're still. I mean, we have one liquor store on the outskirts of town.
Well, and
bars.
there's some counties I think that you can't buy. I'm trying to think. There's some counties that are weird. So there's some cities where it's in the county is not dry, but one of the cities is. So if you are inside the city, or maybe it's vice versa. It's like if you're inside the city limits, you can buy alcohol, but once you cross a certain threshold, you can't. Or maybe it's like the restaurants can sell alcohol and get a liquor license.
I don't
but
see a big deal with
people
being
can't-
dry versus wet.
I think it's
just
ridiculous.
it's just
stupid.
frustrating. It's just annoying. Like
Well,
it's not a big
it's a
deal.
loss of city. It's a loss of city funds, but if the city doesn't care, I mean, oh man, you got to drive 10 minutes out of town.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
loss
it.
of revenue, and it's just archaic and dumb.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
That was another thing is
Yeah.
that people were so opposed to having the lottery here in Mississippi, and they immediately were like, well, if we had the lottery and we, had
Maybe
some
we'd
sort
have money to fix some
maybe
shit.
we'd have money to put towards anything. In this, yeah, it's insane. But they were like, but gambling is a sin, and it's like,
Winter.
fuck you, separation of
I
church
mean,
from
you
state.
can't gamble here. You just can only gamble on horse races. So you have slot machines that feed off of horse races.
Guys, it's gonna snow tomorrow,
Stuff.
and the
Thank you.
spirits are feeling neutral.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Um,
the update.